You know what? Hey y'all, I hit live on accident. I wasn't even ready to go live yet. Hold on. I'm tripping. Hey everybody. Hey Holly. Hey Irrational. Hey Cheesy. Scorpio. What y'all doing? Hope I get a nice turnout, even though it's kind of late. It's early on my end because I'm on the West Coast. Oh damn, that was my song. Who else we got in here? Hey Adriana, hey Nadalyn, hey New Move, hey Ear Hustler, hey Millionaire. All right, y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna be right back because, like I was saying, I hit live by accident. I didn't mean to hit live yet. I was gonna go live in about 10 minutes. So y'all chat amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Gotta get me something to drink. I'm back. All right, what I miss? Uh-oh. They talking about warning. All right, who's up in here? Hey Tyreek. Hey Latoya. Latoya, I was thinking about you the other day. Who else we got in here? Baby Blue. What's up, millionaire? I don't even know what her sun sign is yet, so I'm gonna be interested in this chart. Not just something, it's the moment that transcends our physical into our most spiritual level of understanding, and who knows what this night. Who sings that? To a Hey King Rick, what's up? Can you get the likes up as you come in the room? Hope everybody is doing well this Leo season. A world made for us. Y'all music. Just let me love you. He said, ain't no need to be afraid. Now, when a dude tell you that, you better be afraid. He said, provide you with the right amount of pleasure and pain. So, what does he have some Scorpio in his chart? It takes me all night, 'cause the joy is all mine. Know you're satisfied. Give it all we got. This is one of my favorite songs. I'm just getting warmed up, y'all. And I'm not going to be on here long. Hey, double Pisces. Just let go. Can y'all hear it? Can't happen. Our one track minds and lose ourselves. Side of a made for us. No one. Hey, problem fade. I love when he hits those high notes at the end. He'd be like, "Oh, baby, love, I'm gonna go. Just let me love." Bad as I do. And girl, I wanna give it to you. What's up, Cat? Side your fears and just to do it. What's going on with us right now? I got some Bose headphones. This is the first time I got some Bose headphones. I treated myself. Our emotions can flow. No. Hey, what's up, gift from Virgo? React on our one track minds and lose ourselves side of world. Yes, I'm digging these headphones. Music look like an owl. Don't he look like an owl? And he kind of cross-eyed, but that's okay. Our emotions can grow. Okay, gift from Virgo. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I'm actually getting caught up on my work. I still got something to do, but I'm getting caught up. Hey, let's lose ourselves inside this world that's made special just for you and I, girl. Don't he look like an owl? Oh, baby, love, I wanna have just let me love. This is my jam. Let me love you. Hey, melanated Gemini. That was my jam. All right, let's get into it. You know, I always got to start it off with a song. Oh, I was listening to music, Tyreek. Music Soul Child. You know who that is? I don't know if he's put out any music lately. Oh, before we get into Kamala, is it Kamala or Kamala? Kamala Camel toe, camel back. What is it? She's Indian? Who? Kamala? Come a chameleon. You come and go. So she's half Asian? I'm about to read like a little bit of her bio too before I get into her chart. Loving would be easy if your colors were like my dream. Red, gold, and green. So Kamala. I know some of you guys are like, y'all caping for her, so I don't have no bias. Just to let y'all know, I do not get into the election. I could care less. I find out about like politics and the election secondhand. I don't watch the news. I stay away from all that stuff. I don't vote because I don't believe in this two-party system. That's just my personal belief. So I just stay out of it. And I don't want to be responsible for voting somebody in that's some creep like Biden. I don't know if anybody ever saw those videos where Biden's acting like a real creep around kids and he's like sniffing them and like touching them in creepy ways, and it just didn't look right. So if you haven't seen those videos, just I guess you would put in YouTube something like Joe Biden touching kids or something like that. And like he's doing it out in the open, but in a slick way. So I'm gonna pull Joe Biden's chart too. So we're gonna get into him too. So and again, if you really think about the whole election, you think about how limited your choices are. Of course, Biden would be the natural selection. I mean, come on now. Anybody could see that. It's like there's no other possible presidential candidate. It has to be down to Trump and Biden. Okay. So, Creepy Joe, they call him. And then I heard something about the other day, I heard something about Kamala basically acknowledging that Biden was a creep. Like she acknowledged that maybe a couple of years ago. This is what I heard again, secondhand. And so basically, it's like she acknowledged that he's a creep because I think there was some official complaints made about him. I agree, Callie, both parties are corrupt. There was some official complaints made about him, and I think she was basically saying that she sides with the people that were making a complaint about him, and I think it dealt with sexual harassment or something like that. So now you're his running mate. So it'll be interesting to see if she has something in her chart, perhaps Gemini, that would deal with her flip flopping. She could be have some Libra in her. I actually am seeing some Libra vibes up in there. I'm about to pull her chart because I'm getting really curious. Um, but what was I going? Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about before we get into Kamala and Biden. What y'all think about that latest video with Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion? That's been a hot topic lately. So she is a Libra. Oh yeah, I could pick them Libras out in a sea of people. So thanks, Roz, for confirming that. Scorpio forever said, but what business they will do us all in, right? Cameron said, "What's up, Cameron?" Cameron said, "Morals go out the door when power is up for grabs." I was thinking about you. I was thinking about you today, Cameron, with that Cancer South Node. Um, there was some. Oh yeah. So what y'all think? Some people hate the video and the song. Other people are like, yes, women power, women doing it, like women out there with their sexuality, they doing the thing. Other people are like, this is appalling. This is a bad. This shows black women in a bad light and stuff like that. And so, if y'all are for that Cardi B video, if you like it and the song, press 1. If you don't like it, so Kamala is a Gemini rising. So, okay, so she's liable to flip flop, okay? Be two-faced. Thank you, Cameron, for confirming that. So if we got Libra and Gemini, I don't trust somebody like that. They're liable to do anything. They're liable to go anyway. And I hate to say it, but I feel that way about all three of the air signs. Like you can't trust those air signs fully. And I'm sorry for all the air signs out here. And I got Mars and Gemini, so I got some air in me. I got Venus and Libra. Now, I'm just saying them air signs. Gotta watch. Especially when somebody has a preponderance of planets and air signs. Because that loyalty could go straight out that window. Oh, because I was dealing with somebody that had a Cancer South Node, Cameron. So I was you came to mind. Tyree, would you say that's a fact about the air signs? I would say out of the three air signs, the one that went, flip flop the most would be Aquarius. But Gemini and Libra, oh, if something go down, I'm those are two of the signs that I'm going to be kind of like, I don't know if I should tell you what's going on. I don't know if I should give you my location and all this type of stuff. But yeah, but yeah, I just think that, see, I have my own, you know me, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I have my own idea about that whole Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion video. I'll say it was very vulgar. There's a fine line between sexy and vulgarity, and to me it was on the vulgarity end. And because I have Venus in Libra, and a lot of times your tastes do deal with your Venus. So a lot of people that like that video, they could have like a hardcore Venus. Like it could be in Scorpio or Aquarius, or it could be in Sagittarius. My Venus happens to be in Libra, right? So sometimes I could be a little Lottie law, and a little stuck up. Not stuck up, but with my Venus and Libra, I'm kind of like decorum, yes, and decency, yes, and class, and like be a lady, yes. And you could be sexy, but you don't gotta be slutty. You don't gotta be low down. But at the same time, just like a Venus and Libra person, I'm like, it's all about the appropriate time and place. If it's a strip club, oh yeah, do the damn thing, have fun, get down and dirty, drop it like it's hot, pop that pussy. But you know what I'm saying? But if we're talking about a regular music video, I am a little old fashioned, and I feel like nowadays these videos go a little too far. And that's only because, again, I'm all about, it's all about, the right place at the right time. So I really just don't like when things are just out there mainstream for anybody to like see, and mainly because of children. If we lived in a world where there were no children, oh, it'd be different. We could do whatever the hell we want. We could walk around naked, butt ass naked, have sex in the street and stuff. But we have a responsibility to these younger people that are coming up. So that's my thing. And then I guess you could throw my Capricorn energy in there too, being parental and trying to be the responsible person and all that. But yeah, I'm like, it's about things being in the right time in the right place. Like if it's in a strip club, go crazy, have fun. But if it's something that's like mainstream video, and the thing is, what has changed things is YouTube. Because back in the day, actually, I don't know if y'all remember, but do y'all remember when BET used to have BET After Dark? That used to be my shit. I ain't even gonna lie. Like around 3 a.m., they would put on BET After Dark, and they would play the uncensored videos. And some of these videos were raunchy as hell, like Tip Drill by Nelly, which is one of my favorite raunchy videos because it was well done. I mean, that was raunchy, but it was kind of classy at the same time. Can y'all feel me on that one? If y'all haven't seen that, and that video pissed a lot of feminists off. Oh yeah, it wasn't After Dark. It was BET Uncut. Thank you, thank you, Scorpio. Of course, Scorpio forever would know. Yes, Tip Drill. See, I'm all for women's rights and stuff, but again, I'm also about, hey, a woman can express herself sexually if she wants to, and she shouldn't be castigated for it. She shouldn't be condemned for it because men do it all the time. But I'm like, right place at the right time. So BET had it right with the BET Uncut, showing it late at night, where you know, if your kid is up late at night, that's the parents' problem at that point. But you know what I'm saying? But when it's just out there to be seen any time of the day, that's when I kind of be like, And maybe it's because I am a parent. I am Todd said tip drill can be synonymous with B, right? That was BET Uncut for real. Tyreek said, I like things that are sexy yet still classy. I don't like raunchiness. Hey, Amor, what's up? Amor is always asking me, when you going to go live? I promise I am not going to be on live too long. Hey, love. Hey, love. Hey, love. Okay. Oh, yeah, when she took off all her clothes, Tyreek, that's the first time people realized that Erica Badu had booty. Like she had a badunkadunk. Before you really couldn't tell because she was always wearing them long ass dresses with them booty high boots and like covering up and shit like that. And then when she did that window seat, I think that's what she royally took her clothes off for. She was like, "Oh y'all all hollering about Jennifer Lopez and Nicki Minaj and shit like that. I'm gonna show y'all who got the real country ham hock, collard greens, cornbread fed booty. Can I get a window seat? Don't want nobody next to me. Yeah, she thick. But you know what she thick? You know why she thick? Break it down. Guess what her rising sign is? That's why she thickety thick, thick, thick. Y'all know what her rising sign is? Hey, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, yeah. Oh, Yup, she is Sag rising. And I think she got Jupiter in her first house. Yup, Sag rising. That's why she got that booty and them hips. Ooh, hey. I'm trying to decide which way to go. Think I made a wrong turn back there somewhere. Yup, she is Sag rising. Pisces sun, Sag rising. You know, Andre 3000 was hitting that shit from the back like, patow, patow, patow. I'm in rare form tonight. All right, let me get down to the business and pull this woman's chart. So we already know that she's a Libra sun, right? Trying to get my pen so I can take notes. So she's a Libra sun, Gemini rising. All right, I'm going to go to Astro theme because I hope they got it. And Cameron, if you're saying she's a Gemini rising, you must have her birth time. So usually Astro theme is good with birth times. Here she is. It already popped up. Oh yes, 9:28 p.m. We about to get into this chick. Kamala, you watching, girl? You about to get a free reading. Call me now for your free reading. All right. So she was born October 20th. So she's a 20. That's the awakening. So October 20th, 1964, 9:28 p.m. I'm writing this down for my notes. Oakland, California. Oh, she from Oakland. Okay, so she got a little soul in her. Okay, girl. Okay. All right, let's see. She got a little hood in her. She know how to throw down. I'm scared of you. Okay, let's see. I wonder how long she stayed in Oakland. Because she looked like she's one of them AKA sisters. If you know what I mean about them AKAs. Y'all ever see those videos where the AKAs, they be whipping their hair from side to side? Looking all prissy and shit. I remember when I was in college, I got approached. I think it was by the AKAs. They wanted me to pledge. They was like, because I was like, well, what's the benefit? And they was like, well, we do things in the community. We help out. I was like, okay, I wasn't impressed. And then I was like, okay, well, what else? And she was like, well, we have these secrets that, she was like, well, we have these secrets, and nobody else can know and stuff like that. And then me and my dumb ass, I'm like, well, what's the secret? Like they gonna tell me and shit. But I never pledged. That's not my thing. But to those who do have or currently, welcome sisters and brothers. 9:28 Oakland, California, October 20th, 1964. Kamala Harris. Okay, so got that. Let me just save it. Put it under celebrities. Now, so she's a 20. Again, that's an awakening. That means that, that 20 deals with her racial makeup because 20 deals with race. All right, so 1 plus 0 plus 2, 0 plus 1 plus 9, 6. Her life path number is 23. That means she has good communication skills. She's a good speaker. She has the gift of the gab, slick talker. She's North Node in Gemini in the first house. She's a Gemini rising at the 24th degree. Oh, she's definitely a slick talker. She is very adept at the art of communication. And with that sun in Libra, the art of persuasion as well. Okay, where y'all at? Mega Man says she's a cuss, not a real Libra. What makes you say that? Her sun is at the 27th degree of Libra. Her sun is at the 27th degree of Libra, is conjoined to Mercury and Scorpio, though. So that means that, she has a side to her, or you could say her mind is very calculating. She's very calculating. She's very much about plotting. she's very influential in terms of her speech. So she was bougie raised. Now, y'all talk about all this cuss stuff. When I see somebody's sun at the 27th degree, I don't see that. That's not cuss to me. That's you straight up that sign. So, like, I think some people get it twisted where they think, oh, if you're born on the cusp, that's a blending of two signs. Your sun is either in one sign or the other. Now, you could have some planets right next to that planet that's in the next sign over, and yes, that's going to give you some qualities of that next sign over. But if it's just, let's say your sun is at the 29th degree of Cancer, it's not like you're going to have some Leo themes interwoven at that sun at the 29th degree of Cancer. No, it's going to be heavy duty Cancer energy because it's a concentration, it's a buildup of all of those degrees that came before it, which is why I call that 29th degree the pressure cooker degree. Now, the only reason why you would really say cusp is because, and we're talking about date wise, like Tariq is saying 21st or 22nd. The only way you would really say cusp is if you didn't have the person's birth time and you're saying, okay, this person's born on October 22nd. So, are they a Libra or are they a Scorpio? So, you got to wonder, okay, which one is it? Without their birth time, you may not be exactly sure. So, sometimes in that same 24-hour period, the sun will cross over into the next sign. But the sun will be either in one sign or the other. So, when you talk about cusp, it's not like those signs are blending together like that. Just wanted to put that out there. Hey, Indigo, how you doing? So Indigo said, "Hey, boo, I'm spending time with my mother tonight, so I can't stay. I can't stay long either, and I mean it this time. But I wanted to say hello and give my favorite astrologer and friends big hugs. Oh, big hugs back. Let me find a little emoji. I'm gonna try to find a little teddy bear. And of course, it's taking a long time to come up. Lord have mercy. I'm all slow with this. I'm not. I always love that little monkey face. I'm gonna put him up there. I love that little monkey face. Hey, Rod's Tarot, how you doing? Bam and Noja said, hell yeah, she was raised extremely privileged around whites, exactly why she don't mind locking black men up. Oh, spill the tea. So she's very much about, she's very hard on crime. Is that what you're saying? All right, let me go back to her chart. Okay, so she's a Gemini rising, so we already know she has the gift of the gab. And that Gemini rising, that corresponds to her life path number of 23, because that breaks down to 5. That makes somebody a very good communicator. Also, being a 23 can be where you're highly favored, where you are very privileged. It can produce a privileged lifestyle, privileged upbringing. New Moon said just because she's skinfolk don't mean she's kinfolk. That's why I put in here, Harpo, who this woman? Because I'm like, where she like now I heard about her ever since last year, I think. But I don't even we're gonna get into her bio in a minute. But we were supposed to get into her bio first, but I couldn't wait to dig into her chart. So her sun is at the 27th degree of Libra and her Mercury is at the first degree of Scorpio. So that's a conjunction. So we know that there could potentially, because I'm not going to say everybody with Mercury and Scorpio has a dark mind and that's prone to criminal, but that could deal with where she's tough on crime, like y'all were saying. She's very much about busting criminals and stuff like that with that Mercury. But again, that can make her criminally minded. So, you know how a lot of these politicians, they are two-faced, and she is a Gemini rising with North Node and Gemini in the first house. Now let me go back to her chart. I wish I had two screens. Okay. It's at the 25th degree. That 25 can deal with where she will flip flop, she will lie if it's in her best interest or in her political party's interest. Guess what? Oh wow. I just thought about something. She's going to get caught up, y'all. She's going to get caught up in a scandal. You know why? Because Donald Trump and Bill Clinton both have their South Node in Sagittarius, just like Kamala Harris. And when you got your South Node in Sagittarius, your ass really shouldn't be in the field of politics. They gonna dig up some dirt on her watch, and it might be Trump's camp that does it prior to the election. But that might not be enough for Biden not to win. And that might actually be her initiation. Let me see if she got anything in Aries. Hold on. She got her moon in Aries. Initiation. Boom. That could be part of her initiation, because if you know anything about these secret societies, and like I said, she looked like an AKA chick that, has those secret society connections. And so, she was probably going to those debutante balls, the Jack and Jill balls and stuff back in the day and all that stuff. So she's been highly favored being that life path 23. She got that Aries moon. Aries is a sign of initiation. So if some dirt does come out on her, and I'm almost certain it will with that Sagittarius South Node, then that could only just be her initiation really up into the big boys club. She got the same chart as Cardi. Oh, yeah, because Cardi's a Libra. That should tell y'all something. That should tell y'all something. Now that South Node is directly opposing her ascendant, so that's like the truth being revealed about her in the media. The good thing in her case, the South Node is not badly afflicted. It's actually in very good shape, which is basically kind of pointing to what I said, because that Aries moon, 27th degree, that reinforces the initiation theme. That Aries moon is in trine to Sagittarius South Node. So that shows that she was handpicked to be this running mate. Like she knew that this shit was going to go down like this probably years ago. So she knew where she was headed, basically, is what I'm saying. And this can also show where she's coming from a very wealthy, privileged background, where, again, she's been the chosen one all her life, and she's been told that all her life. Initiation, love more. So her being running mate, like I said, hey, Adrian, what's up? More likely something's going to come out about her, and that's going to be, wait a minute, she got Masonic police. Break it down, Tritonic. Let me see what else y'all are saying. Tritonic said Kamala helped protect and hide blank priest in Oakland. Oh, wow. Okay. Spill the tea. Man, we've been exposing dirt on her for years. Oh, wow, Tritonic. Okay. So what I'm saying is actually already happened. Yeah, Cameron, it's exact. Who else? Yup. Denise Biden is a hot ass mess. Let me see. Yup. Her son is in trine with her ascendant. Again, that's another aspect showing that she's the chosen one. And that could deal with her husband. Is her husband an attorney? Who is her husband? Is he some big shot attorney or something like that? I know he's white. I'm about to get into her bio in a minute. So Kamala slept with Willie Brown, Adriana is saying, a married politician, former San Francisco mayor, I think. Let's look at her Venus. So her Venus is in Virgo, conjoined to Pluto. Oh yeah, that's sleeping with somebody else's man all day. And it's conjoined to Uranus. She done had orgies, all types of stuff. She done had dudes like just pouring shit on her and all this types of stuff. She's done really been initiated. And you know what? That can actually deal with being hazed in college, like going through that initiation, that real initiation. Hey Il Nana, how you doing? Oh, I definitely see where she could be into the kink, and she likes to take it up the rear too, real good. She probably had a lot. I wouldn't be surprised, Tritonic. Let me check out that moon again. That moon is, let's see, it is sesqui square Pluto, huh? You might be on to something. There's a lot of dirt on this chick. Hey Marcus, how you doing? This chick, number one, she's cold. She don't play around, and she's all about the ends justify the means approach to life. Very much so. With that Sun in Libra conjoined to Mercury and Scorpio, she'll use whoever she can to get ahead, and she will throw whoever she can under the bus if it means that she's going to come out clean. Man, what y'all talking about? Tyreek said she has the same sun moon opposition as my dad and reminds me of him in a bad way. Who don't look feminine? Mega Man said women with Libra suns and Aries moons are abusive as fuck. Alright, let's see what else she got going on. So again, she got that Venus conjoined to Pluto and Uranus. That is where it's like she has some connections. It's funny that, on one hand, that could deal with her being very concerned about the criminal justice system and working within the criminal justice system. But again, she's one of those higher ups. And like I was telling somebody, she would not be picked as the running mate for Biden if they didn't have some dirt on her. That's what they always do. If she wasn't, she has to be already corrupted. So with that Venus conjoined to Pluto, like this, that's some pay to play type shit. That's some, oh, okay, you grease my palm, I'm gonna make it happen where you can, bypass these laws and stuff like this. And okay, you know how these politicians, they will make shit happen where a crooked person can have a business real easily and stuff like that, and they don't gotta pay all the regular taxes and all that stuff. She seems like she's wrapped up into those type of rackets. Number one. Number two, again with that Venus conjoined to Pluto, she's the type that will sleep with another woman's man, and she's the type that will sleep with somebody to get ahead. And somebody did tell me, the other day, thank you, Love More. Somebody did tell me the other day that I think she was, somebody said, I think my daughter said this, that there's rumors that she did sleep her way up to the top. That's like that Venus conjoined to Pluto. You could see it several ways, but in one way, it's like you're using your femininity to gain power. And, sometimes that femininity involves sex. And especially if we're talking about Virgo, Virgo is about work, it's about, service, doing her civic duty. And remember what I said, remember I said I don't trust air signs completely, especially if somebody has a preponderance of air, energy and air signs. So let's break it down. So she's a Gemini rising with her North Node in the first house. That's heavy Gemini energy. And then she is a Libra sun, and then she has her Saturn in Aquarius. Her Saturn is opposing Mars. That's scary, which means that she has this drive towards, let me type this up, because sometimes I feel like my speech is a little messed up with my Mars and Gemini, retrograde Mars and Gemini. So she has a drive towards dictatorial power. And somebody did say somebody did say that she was very tough on criminals and stuff like that. So that Mars opposition Saturn in Aquarius, that's a scary ass aspect for a woman or a man. This is somebody that could be absolutely ruthless for powers. So Mars is in Libra. First of all, that Mars in Libra, that's one of the most violent and aggressive and dramatic Mars you can have. She's the type of person that flies into rages when she don't get her way, and she's the type that will cut people off very quickly without without any type of heart. She's the type that'll fire you on the spot. Like, if y'all want an idea of how somebody like that could be, watch the Leona Helmsley story on YouTube, because Kamala Harris strikes me as that type of person. So again, that Mars and Leo opposing Saturn and Aquarius, that's like a strong drive towards dictatorial power. So no wonder why she became the running mate. What would be very scary is that she became president because something happened to Biden. Because best believe that Saturn in Aquarius is also dealing with where she's a socialist. So that can also point to a drive or even, yeah, a drive or a desire to create, which was Mars and Leo, to create Leo. Love Marcel. Damn, is my voice slurred or something? Um, a drive or a desire to create a totalitarian government system or a socialistic system or a communistic system. As you notice, a lot more of the Democratic Party, and I'm not all into this bipartisan shit, politics and stuff, but I am an observer of both. And again, I get a lot of my information secondhand, but what I've noticed is the Democratic Party is leaning more and more towards socialism, and she's one of those socialists that the socialists would love to have in power. And she fits the narrative. She fits the Black Lives Matter narrative, but not too much because she's biracial. You know, they always got to keep it like that. They can't go full blown Negro. They can't do that. They always got to get somebody that's a little in between, that's a little safe. You know, somebody that's very, what's the word? I guess you would say, presentable to the mainstream or the public. So again, you got to ask yourself, what is really going on here? Who is this woman? Mega Man said, why are 70-year-old men running for president? Exactly. And I heard that he was senile. Good, irrational, easy on the eyes. Do you think they really gonna have a sister up in there with natural hair and, pumping her fist? I'm not saying pumping her fist, but you know what I mean. They gonna get, thank you, ear hustler, racially ambiguous. My daughter was like, I didn't even know she was black. Tyreek said, well, she's a Libra. She's sitting on the middle between black and white. And with that moon in Libra, that moon in Aries, she has identity issues dealing with her race more than likely. So let's see where that falls in. So her moon is in sesqui square with Pluto, and also, let's see, you could throw Uranus in there. Let's see how close that is. That right there is almost like she wants to kind of eradicate the black in her. She's one of those type. She strikes me as. So is she black, half Indian? Is that where she gets that Kamala name? But she strikes me as the type of person that really wants to erase the black genetic code that is within her, which can explain why she married the white guy. Now, I'm not saying that all black women that are about the swirl is trying to eradicate that black gene, but some women do that. And she strikes me as the type. Like, she's like, never again. Am I going to, she's like, my lineage, we're not going to have no nappy headed Negroes up in my family tree. Like, she strikes me as her being that type. But yeah, you could tell she's black. She got black in her. But then again, some people may look like they're black, but they may not be necessarily black. Like, for instance, I've been saying for years that Barack Obama ain't black. I've been saying for years that Colin Kaepernick ain't black. I think Barack Obama is Indonesian. You do got people of different ethnicities and so-called races that look black, but they're not black. So sometimes we got to really question what we're looking at. But does it really matter when it come down to it? And this is the thing. This is how they got us, though, because they got us talk about race and shit. But they're screwing everybody. It don't matter what color you are. Everybody's getting screwed right about now. But they like to keep us just talking about race and stuff like that. Yes, I believe Colin Kaepernick is Arab. If y'all remember that live stream I did, I broke it down. I talked about that shit. Like, okay, and we're in the age of the trans era, okay? This is the trans era. It's not just about transgender. Hey, Karmic Light. it's not just about transgender, it's about trans race, it's about transhumanism. That's why they broke that story out with Rachel Dolezal. That's why they also broke that story out with what's that name? What's that black? I'm not. I was about to say black. Sean King, is that his name? The white dude that was trying to act like he was black. This is the trans era. Yes, it's not just about transgender. This is trans everything. And the ultimate, the penultimate, is transhumanism. That's what they're really going for. They don't even want us to be human no more. And that's what really I believe that vaccine is really about, because I believe that's the opening to that. That's the doorway into the transhumanism, because I believe it's going to have some microchip device up in there. Irrational kids said they only claim blackness when it's convenient. Tritonic said trans species. Yup. Sean said, I do remember you saying that, Colin, and I must admit it seems fitting. Yup. You got to think about it. Look, for y'all that seen The Matrix, doesn't this world seem more and more like The Matrix when you really think about it? And when you think about what's on TV and stuff, that really lets you know that we're living in the Matrix. We don't have to live in the Matrix. We could turn everything off. But now they've made us so dependent upon the internet and everything. Yup, Mega Man, Michael Obama. Yup. But yeah, they've made us so dependent upon technology. Now it's hard to disconnect from the Matrix, and they did all this on purpose. They had us addicted. They have us addicted to the system now. So now, like, it's becoming increasingly harder and harder to live off the grid. Baby Blue said, Ra, you heard that apparently if you don't get the vaccine, kids won't be able to go to school or get into some places. I knew this was coming, and that scares me. I am really scared about that, because that's going to separate the men from the boys, so to speak, this whole vaccine thing. Because I feel like whether you believe in the Bible or not, that is their version of the mark of the beast. They believe in the Bible. They're following that script. They're fulfilling the prophecy. Whether you believe in it or not, this is what they're doing. This is what they got planned. And I didn't even, plan on coming here and talk about that ether stuff and all that stuff. But this is what's going down right now. And they are putting all these things out there to distract us from what's really going on. And that ether is one of the main distractions in terms of what's really going on. That ether is just a smokescreen, whether it's really real or not. The threat is definitely not as bad as they claim. And they're using that to just institute their totalitarian government. And what better person to put in there with other than, somebody that has Mars, opposition Saturn, and Aquarius. This is a stone cold woman right here. Again, she the type that, she no questions asked, you fired. I don't want to hear your excuse. Oh, you came in 2 minutes late, you fired. That type of shit. Cold. Cold on a bitch. Let me see what else is in her chart. So that Venus, Pluto, and Uranus is in the 4th house. That could deal with where she comes from, a very powerful, influential family, a family that knows how to receive favors. They know how to play the game. And it's like she came from a family of people that were willing to do their duty for this government or duty for whatever party. So she could come from a line of people in the military. Can anybody vouch for that? Let me go to her bio right now. She's very much about doing her civic duty. So she's very much about being loyal to the party, but not loyal to the individual. And that's that Saturn in Aquarius. So Kamala Harris is an American politician and lawyer. Okay, so she is a lawyer. Usually they are lawyers because lawyers are great liars. Lawyer, liar. Okay. So, oh yeah, she got that Devi. So yeah, that Indian. Okay. So born in Oakland, California. Okay, let me back up. Who served as the junior United States Senator from California since 2017. She is the presumptive Democratic vice presidential nominee in the 2020 election. Born in Oakland, California, Harris is a graduate of Howard University. Told you she was an AKA. Let me stop. But yeah, she probably is. We're going to see. Howard University and the University of California, Hastings College of the Law, She began her career in the Alameda County District Attorney's Office before being recruited to the San Francisco District Attorney's Office and later the City Attorney of San Francisco office. In 2003, she was elected District Attorney of San Francisco, so she is tough. If she made it up to the District Attorney level, she's a tough old bird. Most deaf. All right. She was then reelected. No, she was then elected Attorney General. Okay, I didn't know she made it to Attorney General. Okay, she really ain't to be played with. Of California in 2010, she was reelected in 2014. She defeated Loretta Sanchez in the 2016 Senate election to succeed Barbara Boxer. Remember, I told you she was the chosen one? You don't get up to these ranks without having people help to push you there. Trust and believe. You don't become attorney general, you don't become district attorney without having connections. And with that Uranus, Pluto, and Venus in the fourth, she has family connections. Denise, they're using black people as pawns, as they always seem to do. Oh, yeah, she could be the pit bull for black people. That Virgo energy. All right, let me read on. She defeated Loretta Sanchez in the 2016 election. I already read that. Okay. As a senator, she has supported healthcare reform. That's that Libra. I mean, that's that Virgo stellium. Federal descheduling of cannabis. That's that Virgo stellium. A path to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. That's that fourth house Virgo stellium. The Dream Act. A ban on assault weapons. This bitch. It's like, let me, that's that Mars opposition Saturn. Progressive tax reform. That's that Venus conjoined to Pluto in Virgo. She gained a national profile for her pointing questioning of Trump administration officials during Senate hearings. Harris ran for the 2020 Democratic presidential election and attracted national attention before ending her campaign on December 3rd, 2019. That's right, I forgot that she was originally running, but she dropped out early. She was announced as former Vice President Joe Biden's running mate in the 2020 election on August 11th. Isn't that interesting? So she's a 20, and that announcement was made on August 11th. Thank you, Indigo. Yes, I believe we are firmly in the age of Aquarius officially, but I'm going to say it's really going to start going down in terms of the age of Aquarius once Pluto enters Aquarius. That's when it's going to really go down. All right. Harris ran for, okay, blah, 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 blah. Becoming the first African American and first Asian American vice presidential running mate on a major party ticket. Okay. Early life and education. Kamala Devi Harris was born on October 20th, 1964 in Oakland, California. Her mother, Shyamala Gopalan, was a breast cancer scientist who had immigrated from Tamil Nadu, India in 1960 to pursue a doctorate in endocrinology. Remember I told you she come from that high status? Oh, wow. So her mother's very educated, very talented. And wow, that makes sense. Let me see her 10th house. So she got Pisces on the 10th. She got Neptune and Scorpio. That's that endocrinology and all that stuff. Wait a minute. What was the mother? She was the breast cancer scientist. That Scorpio does make a good scientist. And then in the 6th house, that's dealing with working in the medical field, health, medical field, Pisces on the 10th. And then where's Jupiter? Jupiter is in Taurus. Where is the breast connection? So let's see. That would be a little bit of that Mars connection. So Moon, Trine, Mars. Also, Moon sextile ascendant, Moon trine South Node. Okay. So her father, Donald J. Harris, is a Stanford University emeritus professor of economics who that economics, that's that Venus conjoined Pluto and Virgo in the fourth house. That's dealing with her father, who immigrated from British Jamaica in 1961 for graduate studies in economics at UC Berkeley. Her mother's family is of Brahmin lineage. Y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? She's from Brahmin lineage. Who knows what that means? Who knows what that means, that she's from Brahmin? It's interesting that they even put that out there. Oh, you know what that means? That it's even in her bio like that. Remember I told you she's that upper crust type of chick? Like, you could see it. What does that mean to be of the Brahmin class or lineage? And this is an India term. Anyone? Anyone? Okay, well, I'll break it down. So in India, they have the caste system. Yes, yes, Jeriel. In India, they have the caste system, and the Brahmins are up at the top, and the Brahmins are the lightest of the Indians. So they distinguishing themselves from the other Indians by saying she's from the Brahmin lineage. Now, she wasn't even born in India, so it's not like they really had to put that in there. But they letting you know, we from the upper crust. Yes, top of the caste system. So that energy she got in her fourth house, that Virgo, yeah, they're very proper and very privileged. Uranus is a planet that can be privileged, that can provide that privileged lifestyle. So the fact that she does have Uranus in that fourth house can point to, yeah, she had a privileged background. So she, okay, so, oh yeah, let me go back to her being raised. So let's see when she moved. Okay. As a child, so Harris was raised in Berkeley, California. So they said Berkeley, California, which is a step up. Isn't that significant steps up from Oakland? All right. As a child, Harris lived briefly on Milvia Street in central Berkeley, and then her family moved to the upper floor of a duplex on Bancroft Way in West Berkeley, an area often called the Flatlands, which had a significant black population. When she began kindergarten, she was bused as part of a school desegregation efforts to Thousand Oaks School, a public primary school in the more prosperous neighborhood in northern Berkeley. The bus drove her to a school which 2 years prior had been 95% white. By 1969, 40% of the students were black. She grew up going to both a Black Baptist church and a Hindu temple, while she and her sister visited their mother's family in Madras, India on occasion. As a result, she understands a small amount of Tamil, according to her memoir. Her parents divorced when she was 7. She has said that she and her sister visited their father in Palo Alto on weekends. Neighbors' kids were not allowed to play with them because they were black. When she was 12, Harris and her sister moved with their mother to Montreal, Canada, where their mother had accepted a research position at Jewish General Hospital and teaching at McGill University. That would be Moon Trine South Node in Sagittarius, the mom teaching at a university, and her working at the Jewish hospital, that's that Pisces on the midheaven. Harris attended Westmount High School in Westmont, Quebec. All right, blah, 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 blah. So we know that she grew up rather privileged, even though she's, kind of talk about racism and stuff like that growing up. But kind of strikes me that she was going to that other school first. It's almost like they wanted her to have more of a black experience on purpose, just like they did with Barack Obama. Baby Blue said, "How is she black though?" Yes, she does have Mars square Neptune. I didn't even get to that part yet. That Mars square Neptune, that's somebody that, they can't really be trusted because they can be compromised. And Neptune's in Scorpio. So while she might be fighting crime and criminals, she could be corrupted right along with these people that she is trying to throw in prison. And that could deal with where she could be under secret attack at some point. That can deal with a smear campaign that is dealt at her, or that is put on her. Also, that could deal with some, well, this goes along with the smear campaign, some scandal that is dug up about her. Could be some compromising pictures, because her Mars is squaring Neptune. Neptune deals with pictures, so it could be compromising pictures, compromising video. Also, that Mars square Neptune, she could have some kind of twisted sexual thing going on. She might be very much into allowing men to put her in an extreme submissive position. So that kind of goes hand in hand with her Venus conjoined Pluto and Scorpio, especially when you throw Uranus in there. So sexually, she's a little weird, you could say, with that Mars square Neptune. You can say she's the type that would be allow herself to be exploited sexually in order for her to make it to the top. So I wouldn't be surprised if she did some strange things for some change. But with that Mars square Neptune, she can attract some real low down shady men. So that makes me wonder about her husband. Also, that Mars square Neptune can deal with identity issues. So again, a lot of people who are biracial do have identity issues. And with Mars square Neptune, you're like, who am I? You're confused about who you really are. You're confused. Also, Mars square Neptune, because her Mars is in Leo, this can deal with where she has a false image. Who she's portraying herself to be is not who she really is. So, can we really say she is really black? Like, she got black, like, she could be Indian and something else. But again, doesn't really matter. But we know that this is all part of the Black Lives Matter narrative. This is all part of the agenda to use black people as pawns to, you know, further some type of agenda. Exactly, Caleb. That's what I mean. They're all on the same team at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter if she's black, white, Puerto Rican, Samoan, Filipino. Honestly, she could be mixed with Filipino and Indian looking like that. But again, the race part, that's just to bait people. That's just to get people involved and all that type of stuff. And was she? I think you were right, Latasha. I think she was behind that Jussie Smollett controversy. So that would represent that Mars square Neptune. Her being down with some shady shit. But again, with that Mars square Neptune, she really, that could be somebody number one, where they could be very malleable, where somebody of power could come along and really manipulate this person and cause them to be somebody that they're not. Number one. Number two, that could be where she really doesn't know who she is, and where her image is fraudulent, where it's fake, it's not real. She's just putting on some type of front. She's playing a masquerade, or she's playing charades. And remember, I was singing that song, come a chameleon. When I was singing that, I was like, I wonder if she do have something involving Neptune that would make her very chameleon-like. And Mars square Neptune can produce somebody that's very chameleon-like. But Hidden Tower, there's a lot of Indians in Jamaica. So just because he's Jamaican, there's Chinese people in Jamaica. So just because he's Jamaican don't mean that her father's necessarily black. But again, that's not really what matters. But yes, new move. She's phony. She's fake with that Mars square Neptune. She might also have some addiction issues as well. Might be a pill popper. Especially because, let me see. Yeah, that Neptune's in the sixth house. A lot of times when you got drugs connected with the sixth house, it is the type of drugs you can get right from your doctor, prescription drugs. CJ said Kamala was the name of the metamorph from Star Trek. Be who people want you to be. Chameleon like indeed. Oh, damn, CJ. Thanks for your input. That's deep. Lil of Sun said, but hold up. She said, but can she cook greens and fry pork chops? Well, that's why they had her born in Oakland, and that's why they had her being in that school where it was like predominantly black, because they did want her to get a little soul up in her so that she could be relatable to black people. But if y'all think about it, they tried to play us with Barack Obama. When you can't pay your light bill, say damn Barack. Like for real, like honestly, first of all, that dude that they tried to say was his father, that Kenyan dude that had that real broad nose and he looked like uh Tracy Chapman's father. That was not Barack Obama's father. I'm sorry. Barack didn't inherit nothing from that man genetically. And when you see somebody like Barack's supposed father, that type of person has strong genetics that's going to carry over into their seed some way, somehow. And he didn't look nothing like that man. But there's a picture of this Indonesian man who is Barack Obama's stepfather, and Barack looks more like his stepfather than he does that man in Kenya. Now, his mom probably was slobbing that Kenyan dude's knob too, because I heard she was just a dirty trash whore. But I mean, that I do not believe that was Barack Obama's father. So they've been pulling the wool over our eyes for years dealing with people. Caleb said Obama's father is most likely light skinned. Moonlight Orange said Obama killed middle class of African Americans. Yeah, and everybody was crying and stuff when he got elected and shit. He didn't do shit for black people. People thought he was the second coming of Christ. I think more and more people are waking up too, Mr. Tamra. All right, let's see what else is in this chick's chart. So she also has Mars square Neptune. I mean, Mars, we already talked about that. She got Mars square Jupiter, which could cause her to go overboard. So that's a good aspect also for somebody that could be a tyrant, because she does have the ability to go overboard. And I'm talking about with her anger too. She could be abusive, especially when she doesn't get her way. That Jupiter is in Taurus, or especially when somebody comes between her and her money. So she has that's not a grand cross, but that almost looked like one. But she got a T square between Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. So that right there, that's like a dictator T square right there. Especially with Jupiter and Taurus, that's a person that's about policy and programs. And when we're talking about Jupiter in Taurus, squaring Saturn in Aquarius, that can be draconian policies, things going to the extreme. Latasha said, like Shiva, the Indian goddess of destruction. Oh yeah, Jessica B, you can you cash at me instead of doing the super chat? Here's my cash app. If you can only do super chat, that's fine too. But YouTube be taking a lot from people. Oh, and guess what, y'all? I finally got one of those join buttons. So I'll be setting up the join button soon. And cause I'm like really getting close to getting caught up on my work. So I'll be able to start posting videos soon. So I gotta think about how I'm gonna do this membership thing for those people. Y'all know what the join button is? Yeah, you'll see that soon. I just didn't populate it yet, but YouTube gave me that they gave me that privilege now. So now I can do the join thingy. That grand cross is when you got that big old cross in your chart. So it's dealing with 4 squares. It can actually have more planets in it. So it can be, rather rough. But yeah, so let's see what else she got. So she definitely got issues with her marriage with that South Node in the 7th house. Thank you. Who is that? Jessica B? And again, a woman that has Mars in Leo, she be beating her husband. And also this too. That Mars square Neptune, that could deal with where she flies into a blind rage. She's liable to kill somebody. OnlyFans. Ew. You will never catch me on that OnlyFans. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. They go and be like, oh, you an astrologer, an ass astrologer. I ain't trying to be no astrologer sticking my ass out for some cash. I'm like, you want to see my moons? I'd be like, it's a full moon tonight. And then I bend over and drop it like it's hot. Lovemore said, you would make a lot of money offering astrology and feet pics, right? I'd be like, this is for all my Pisces viewers tonight. Look, every night it would be a different signs night and I'd be showing a different part of my body. The Gemini, they would get kind of gypped because they would only get my arms and shit. Sagittarius would get the booty. Cancer, they would get a nice little show because I got a nice rack. I got a pretty nice rack. So Cancer, y'all let me know what's up. It's like let me Aries, y'all just gonna see my cute face. And I'll do my hair. Do something sexy with my arm. I'll just be flexing. I'll be using my barbell, flexing. Oh, I remember that toe dude. Oh God, men that got foot fetishes, they creep me out. All right, let's go back real quick. Okay, so she got that Aries moon in the 11th house. That could make her ruthless and cold and unfeeling. Does she have children? Let me go back to this. Because she doesn't look like she would be a good mom. No, I'm not going to say good mom, but I'll say gentle mom. Get down to her marriage. Come on. Damn, they got a Harris married. So she did marry an attorney, just like I thought, with that sun in Libra trine ascendant. So her husband is an attorney. Douglas Emhoff. He look wicked as hell. He got secrets. I can tell. Who was a one-time partner in charge of Venable LLP's Los Angeles. And, oh yeah, some shit might come out about her husband because that Sagittarius South Node is in the 7th house. It might come out about the both of them that they were running some type of corrupt racket or some shit. So she didn't have. How do you know she had abortions, Tritonic? Hey, Sarah, what's up? Okay, let's see if she has some abortions. So she got Libra on the 5th. With Venus and Virgo conjoined to Pluto. Oh yeah. Damn, Tritonic, how'd you know? That could be multiple abortions. And it's opposing Chiron. She really doesn't want kids. She might even hate kids. Hey, my Bills, what's up? I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, Jessica, I totally forgot. What's your question? Thank you for your donation. Oh my God, where are you? Please post your question again. This room is filling up. Hey, can you get the likes up a little bit more? Oh, you talking about OnlyFans, Scorpio Forever, people on it making money like crazy. Something's gonna go wrong. Watch, I feel it. Something's gonna happen on that OnlyFans. Somebody gonna get killed or live on OnlyFans, and they're gonna shut it down or something. I have a feeling. I feel it because when you got too much of a good thing, you got a lot of regular people making good money on some site like that. Somebody gonna fuck it up in a minute. Trust me, because this is how my life works. Let's say I did decide to get in on this OnlyFans right about now, and I started making a lot of money. In about a month or two, some shit would happen where they just have to shut the whole thing down because somebody done blew their brains out on OnlyFans, like some snuff film shit. That's how my life works. Usually, when I get on board with something, they snatch the rug out right underneath me, like soon after the shit happens. And I'd be like, God damn, I'm always late. Like, I would always get jobs and they'd be like, oh, it used to be this good before you came along. And I'd be like, damn, that's messed up. Irrational Kids said then it'll be back to Pornhub. You watch what I say. Something bad's gonna happen on that site. Robin said I don't trust that site. They doing a lot. And I haven't even been on that site. I don't even know, but I heard. And I know again, if it's drawing this type of crowd, like a heavy crowd, and it's becoming this trendy and stuff. Wait a minute, Tritonic said only friends is used to spy and blackmail and recruit. Aren't they from China? Like, isn't that a China company? Scorpio Forever said I couldn't do it at all. Jessica, where you at? I'm sorry. I'm like really in distracted mode today. Alright, where is your question? Vintage Vanity, I like that name. Doesn't she look like she dislikes kids? Like there'd be some little cute 3-year-old running by her and she stick her foot out and trip that kid? Trust and believe she's that type of woman. She will trip a little 3-year-old. Shoot, she might be in that whole trafficking shit with that South Node in Sagittarius in the 7th. Come on now. She might have a little trafficking up in her little. I wonder if she got Pandora, the asteroid Pandora, connected somewhere in her chart. So I'm about to get into those asteroids too. We about to get into that ass with the asteroids. Jessica, where you at? I can't see you. All right, I'm gonna just ask you one more time to post your question, and then somebody else sent me a Cash App too, I think. So please post your question. Caleb said, I wish you didn't have to sell porn on OnlyFans. But I heard it was for other people too. But now it's been like it has such a reputation for porn. I think most people think it's just for porn. Denise said OnlyFans is the new back page. Thank you, Amore. Oh, good. We're up to 72 likes. I like the things you do to me. I like. Oh, somebody told me that Aaron Hall. Remember Aaron Hall from Guy? I heard that he's nasty, like real nasty. And then I was like, okay, he probably got something like Mercury could join the Pluto, and sure enough, he did. I was like, ooh wee. He Kamala Harris nasty, nasty boy. Don't ever change. Oh, there you go. I found you. So Jessica B said, what about Mars and Cancer trying Jupiter and Pisces? You got me curious because you was talking about Mars square Jupiter. Well, that is really good. Number one, that's good for traveling internationally, especially going to islands and stuff like that. You could actually meet a man that's from the Caribbean or from some other island country. That's good for attracting a man that's going to spoil the hell out of you, and he's going to take care of all your needs, treat you like you're a princess, be very generous, be very sensitive and empathic, compassionate. Also, that's good for basically selling real estate in terms of high-end real estate if you wanted to go that way, go that route. Let me see. That Mars and Cancer trying Jupiter and Pisces, that can be good for a dancer, especially dancing in terms of cultural dance. So, like, doing the samba or merengue or some type of folk dance, African dance, things like that. What else? You said Scorpio ascendant trine moon in Aquarius. Hmm. So we must be talking about that Scorpios at the early degrees. Scorpio ascendant trine moon in Aquarius. Well, you could get a little freaky deaky at certain times in your life, especially with a woman. So that could play out like that. You could experiment on the lesbian end with that hookup. Also, that could deal with where you share the cost of living with a friend, perhaps. So that could deal with a roommate and you end up saving a lot of money that way. Also, that could deal with, let's see, hmm, these dissociative aspects are always tricky. So we know that Aquarius moon can deal with connections that you have. So that can deal with where you have some very influential connections, and some of these people could be within your own family, and that can help you come up. That can deal with where you get a sudden lump sum of income as a result of the sale of a home as well, especially a home that you flip. Hmm. Also, you could have a friend mom that's kind of like a second or surrogate mom to you with that hookup as well. You can attract a lot of people that are going to do favors for you with that hookup. So that's actually a really good aspect. And so is Mars trine Jupiter and Pisces as well. Also, that Mars trine Jupiter and Pisces, that would be good for like jobs like that really cater to women. So that would be good for like a makeup artist, cosmetologist, also maybe hairstylists in some cases, especially if you were doing it out, within your home, like in your home, doing people's hair. All right. Did somebody else post a question? But to really get an idea of how that would play out, I would really need to look at your whole chart because I want to see where everything's lining up. Caleb said, I don't think Biden will win. Why not? Hey Sid, how you doing? Hey Maldives. Yes, that title. Hey Serene. Who else we got in here? Hey Perfect Cat. Let me shout out some more people that I may not have shouted out. Free Spirit, what's up? Jess Jules, my bad. Purple Rose, what's up? Response, I sent you an email about the time I'll be available. I think I said Saturday. Let's see. Cameron said, I used to hear a lot of astrologers say Gemini rising loves children because Venus rules the fifth. And I know so many who don't, including myself. I loathe children. Yeah, you can't make sweeping generalizations sometimes like that just because Venus rules the fifth in that situation. Yeah. And it would make sense that a lot of Gemini risings don't like kids because Gemini, that's that intellectual shit, and kids are more so emotional. All right, so let me go back to her chart. Callie said, I just transitioned into March into a plant-based diet. I can't stockpile veggies. Isn't that messed up? But you could get one of those dehydrators. You could freeze, you could dehydrate veggies and put them in Ziploc bags, or you could even do one better and put it in those tightly sealed where you could get those sealers, and then you can take those dehydrated vegetables and make them into soups. So you can, have some stock, vegetable stock and stuff like that. You can also can vegetables. You could pickle vegetables. So there are things you could do to preserve produce. You're just not going to have fresh produce in terms of stockpiling. So y'all are talking about stockpiling? Yeah, vacuum seam. Thank you, New Move. Yo, I was thinking about tomorrow I'm going to be heading to the grocery store. I was thinking about stocking up on some canned goods, some beans and rice, because I don't know if y'all been hearing, but they're basically kind of hinting around that there might be some food shortages come wintertime. All because of this ether shit. Yeah, I'm gonna stock up on some beans and rice, especially some jasmine rice. I love me some jasmine rice. I love jasmine rice, black beans. I love yeah, that canned food is kind of disgusting, but not some stuff like sauerkraut is good in a can. But I like black beans, refried beans, and baked beans. Those are like the only beans I like. I don't like I don't like kidney beans, so I'm not a big red beans and rice person. Um I'm not a big chickpea person either. And I damn sure can't stand lima beans and black eyed peas. I've never been a fan of. Black eyed peas, I don't like the texture and they just taste kind of bitter to me. I love me some tacos. Sid, oh my God, I can eat tacos every day. Yes, I love that jasmine rice and it's so fragrant. And I love how it's just all fluffy when you make it and it's just, oh, I just love it. It's really beautiful too. Know what's a good meal that's real simple, even more simple than tacos? To get those hard tostada shells. And this is a well, it's a semi-vegetarian meal, but this will get you through if meat is too expensive or maybe you don't eat meat but you're okay with, well, nowadays they got vegan cheese, but in the store, I don't know about all everywhere in this country, but in the store they have those packages where it's the crunchy tostada shells. And what you do is you just get a can of those refried beans, or you could get black beans, heat the beans up, spread it on top of the crunchy tostada shell. Get your cheese, get your tomatoes, get your onion, your cilantro, whatever else you want to put on there, black olives and stuff. I kid you not, it'll taste like you're eating a beef tostada, and it's just nothing but beans and cheese and sour cream and onions and tomatoes, cilantro, all that. So every now and then I am a meat eater, but every now and then I do like to eat a vegetarian meal. So those are one of the vegetarian meals I'll eat. Just the bean tostadas. You eat like 3 of them, oh, they're gonna fill you up. And I don't know what it is about those refried beef. I get the Rosita kind. Man, tastes like ground beef. Yeah, love more. It's in the season, yup. But I love me some Mexican food, boy. That Mexican food will keep you and it's not that expensive either. New Move said you can make po man's corned beef hash with peppers and onions, cabbage over jasmine rice. That sounds good. So good. Learned that from my Jamaican friends. Tyreek said I like Burger King's Impossible Whopper. I never tried that. I am going to stock up on some water tomorrow, Mega Man. I got enough toilet tissue for like the next year, but I'm probably going to get a few more rolls because I think once August in and September hit, because isn't that when Saturn's going to go direct? Hold on, where's my mouse? Because come fall, they're going to really crack down again. I think they're going to do another lockdown, y'all. And I don't know about y'all, but this ether doesn't seem much like a pandemic to me. It seemed like a spam-demic. Let me spell that out. That's what it seemed like because I still don't know about it. Now I'm not saying it's not real. I do believe spam. I do believe some people are actually getting it and some people might really be dying from it, but I don't believe it's actually this major threat where they gotta shut everything down and make everybody wear masks and all that stuff. Maybe I should get a Brita filter because my tap water, I ain't even gonna lie, I tried it. It's not bad tasting. Perfect Cat said, yep, come fall, the shit will hit the fan. Yeah, I'm very concerned. Yes, scamdemic, spamdemic, clamdemic. Tyreek said they're saying that the ether is going to get worse with the colder weather. Yup. Now, supposedly viruses aren't really supposed to be spreading during the hot summer months, but this ether is something else. This ether is out of this world. But Denise, the tap water in my area ain't bad. I don't know what they're putting in it, but it actually isn't bad. Now apartment complex I was living in before, that water wasn't really good at all. But I don't know what they're doing with this one. Maybe they're running it over some rocks or crystals or something. I don't know, but it tastes damn good. But I know not to drink tap water like that because of the fluoride and all that stuff. All right, let me wrap this up with her chart. Let me see what I missed. So her Juno is in Sagittarius. That points to her marrying the attorney. And it's in her sixth house, which means that they've done some work together. She might have met him through her line of work. Sagittarius on the 7th with Jupiter and Taurus in the 12th. Yeah, she basically married him as like, this is like more like a financial collaboration type of thing. Let's pool our resources together. We're going to make a lot of money together type of thing. Let's see. And her husband definitely has some secrets since Jupiter's in the 12th house and Jupiter squaring Mars. He might have secret sexual attraction to men. So it looks like her husband could be gay, y'all. That looks like that's his secret. And when I say gay, I'm talking about he looks like the type of gay man that's into young men, maybe even younger males, if you get what I'm saying, because we're talking about Mars in Leo, the sign of children. So remember I said with that Sagittarius South Node in the 7th house, I wouldn't be surprised if she had some type of, if she was connected to sex trafficking and all that stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if both of them were mixed up into it because Hillary Clinton, she's associated with that. Oprah has even been called out, associated with that. A lot of these people like Epstein Island, all that type of stuff. So I'm really looking at her husband right now at the side. I remember when I said I saw that picture of him. I'm about to pull up a picture of the both of them so we could read them real quick in terms of the picture. Remember I said I saw that picture of him. He looked like he looked dirty. He looked like he's hiding something. He actually looks sinister. Oh, he really looked gay in this picture. He got that twinkle in his eye. Wait till I show y'all this. Yup. Oh my God, it's almost undeniable. All right, wait till I pull this up. Hold on. K and hubby. I'll put. And then I'm gonna have to go soon. I know I be saying that. Y'all be like, she be saying that. That should be on for like 2 more hours. I know I be saying that, but y'all gotta look. Now, some people may not have the gift of discernment, but some of us do. And I'm just gonna say, when that picture comes up, just look at that twinkle in his eyes. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Are you into women or men? Do you like to give or to bend? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. What y'all think? He not only looks gay, he looks like he could be into that. Oh, it's funny. As soon as I put this picture up, I'm getting an error message. Interesting. Sean said he doesn't look gay, girl. What? What? Scorpio forever said he looks like Tom Hanks' sick ass. Yes, irrational. I agree with you. That Chester look. Yes. Thank you, Scorpio Forever. So Scorpio Forever says he has that twinkle. Ting ting. Hey Tara, what's up? He not only looks like he has that twinkle, it looks like he has that what's that creep man disease. It looked like he could be that type that remember that guy Sandusky? Look like he's the type that'll, put together a little league team, if you know what I'm saying. Let me get all the neighborhood boys together and we're going to play some baseball. I'm going to show these boys how to play catch, and I'm going to be the pitcher, if you get what I'm saying. Yes, it's in the eyes. If you have the gift of discernment, you can see certain things in a person. Don't be fooled by the smile. And remember, let's be real. Let's be real. About to get the Holy Ghost here. Let's be real. She got Mars square Neptune. Hello. Remember I said she can attract some low down shady men. Low down shady men. Her Neptune's in Scorpio. Hello. Mars is in Leo. Hello. You know what that means? That can mean the victimization of boys. Not saying that that is definitely going on, but come on. You got to call a spade sometimes. Look at this man. Come on now. Use your discernment. She don't have that Mars square Neptune in her chart just to look cute. She don't have that in her chart just so we can be like, oh, Mars square Neptune. No, that Mars square Neptune is going to deal with the type of man that she gets with, among other things. And like I said, that Mars square Neptune can deal with a very low down shady man. And if you really break it down, Mars in Leo, that could be an attraction, a desire for boys, children. Thank you, Bobby. When we're dealing with these people, we have to call a spade a spade. So if you see some questionable aspect like that, you can't give these motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt. Now, I better be careful of what I'm saying because I don't know, they might try to come after me or whatever. Ever since I put up that picture, I got an error message on YouTube talking about YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. He does look like the creepy gym teacher. Yes. What did she benefit from marrying this person? I feel like I said, the consolidation of resources is just a come up. She got money, he got money, they got more money. And you could say it's a political affiliation as well. So, let's see what her Mars is doing in terms of asteroid. And what did I tell you? I said she has that Sagittarius South Node in the 7th house. What did I say? There's something wrong with her husband. Again, that South Node in Sagittarius is not there just to be cute. Just for us to be like, oh, look at that, Sagittarius, South Node in the 7th house. How interesting. No, these things mean something. And again, you don't get up to the level of district attorney, attorney general, and now vice president, running mate, without having some dirt on you. All right, let's go look at her Mars in terms of asteroids. Oh, oh, oh. Let's not forget. We did in relation to her husband, Mars, let's not forget, is opposing Saturn in Aquarius. And again, if Mars and Leo can represent boys or youth, an attraction to youth, that Saturn in Aquarius, that Aquarius is perversion. That can deal with where it's a business transaction, even where there's some type of network going on. I won't be surprised if she's connected to this Pizzagate child trafficking shit. Harpo, who this woman? No, for real, who this woman? Like, for real. You can't trust none of these people. You can't be at the upper echelons of society, government, music industry, all that without being corrupted in some type of way. Look at that. Will you look at that? Guess what? Her Mars. Look at this. She got Mars conjoined to Proserpina. You know what that means? Proserpina is an asteroid that could deal with kidnapping. Proserpina is, if I'm not mistaken, is Proserpina the Roman or the Greek? I think Proserpina is the Roman variation of Persephone. You know what they call Persephone? Know what the myth of Persephone? It's called the rape of Persephone. You could say the same thing as, so sometimes that asteroid does really deal with rape. Sometimes it deals with kidnapping. Sometimes, you could even relate that to child trafficking. Again, I've been saying this lately. We have to stop playing. We have to stop beating around the bush with these people. When we see that some of these people have some very questionable aspects, we have to be real about what we're seeing. Mars conjoined to Proserpina. Again, Mars is in Leo. Children. Proserpina, kidnapping. But it can also deal with rape. And again, this is just speculation on my part. I'm not saying that this is true or whatever. I'm just alleging this. This is alleged. But I've been doing this shit for years. So when I see certain stuff, I already know what time it is. Don't let me see Hebe or... Oh, shit! Look at this shit! You can't make this shit up! Ooh! Oh my God, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? I'm gonna have to use Robert De Niro's voice. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Guess what? She got Sagittarius, South Node. You should see my stank face. Conjunct Hebe. Hebe is an asteroid that's an indicator of that. I don't even like saying that P word, but y'all know what I'm saying because I don't want to get a strike against me. I'll say people that are into underage people. Now, Hebe could deal with other things, but I've seen it show up again and again in the charts of those people that are child predators. Trust and believe. I was just looking at a chart of a hardcore child predator the other day, and he had Hebe connected to his Mars or something like that. So when I tell you that these people could be mixed up in the whole Pizzagate child trafficking thing, she got South Node in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the trafficking part. Hebe is the children. They also got Mars. She got Mars conjoined to Proserpina. Kidnapping. Rape. She got Mars square Neptune. Victimization of a child. And remember, I said she don't like children. So there are plenty of people that don't like children. And let's be real. This goes against no Geminis, but I have to call a spade a spade. And I'm talking about Gemini, the sign, not people. But people always have the ability to embody certain parts of that sign. So Gemini is an immoral sign. Gemini does not have morals. Gemini is about the rational mind. The morals and the ethics come in with Sagittarius, which is why Sagittarius also rules the justice system. People do wrong, and then Sagittarius comes along and says that was wrong. Now this is what's going to happen. Gemini, and remember, she's a Gemini rising with her North Node in Gemini. Gemini is a sign that will rationalize any kind of behavior. It doesn't matter. Gemini will be one of the most psychopathic type of people because, again, they will rationalize any type of behavior. And again, I'm not talking about all Geminis. I'm talking about the dark aspects of Gemini. Immoral, immorality. Can rationalize any type of behavior. Where truth is relative. Again, I can't say this enough. They don't put people in power unless they have dirt on them. Unless these people can be compromised if they get out of line. They know she's not going to get out of line because they got dirt on her and her husband. Look at this man. Use your discernment. This man has something to hide. Look at his eyes. And it goes beyond him being gay. Trust and believe. That's one thing that the Lord or the goddess or whoever you want to call this godly force has blessed me with is the gift of discernment. So I can read charts and I can also read faces. So when I tell you that's the face of a child predator, trust and believe. That's the face of a child predator. Tyreek, I don't know how you can get this type of discernment. It's just within me. It's always been within me like that. This is why I really don't like looking people in the eye, people that I don't know well, because I can see if people's lying to me real easily, and it makes me uncomfortable. But like I can really read pictures and see a person's character by looking at their picture. So I've just been given that gift of discernment. It could be because I have Sun conjoined to Neptune in Sagittarius. So I can see some things in people that other people can't see. He does look like the creepy gym teacher that's going to keep the kid after school. Hey, let me show you that jump shot. My Bills has it too. My Bills is a Sagittarius. A lot of Sagittarians have that gift of discernment. Yes. Or you don't even have to be a Sagittarius sun. Your Mercury could be in Sagittarius. You could be a Sagittarius rising. Your moon could be in Sagittarius. And you can have that gift of discernment where you can see things that other people can't see. That's where that whole story, the emperor has no clothes, comes from, or the emperor's new clothes. That little kid that was like the emperor is naked, that kid had to be a Sagittarius because only a Sagittarius is going, number one, it'll be a Sagittarius out of the whole crowd that can see what other people can't see. And then it'll be a Sagittarius that'll have the balls to point it out, to call that person out. Tara said, girl, you're going to get flooded with pictures of people's other half now, right? My Bill said, yes, we do. That's why people hate us. Exactly. We will call somebody out on their bullshit. And I always say Sagittarius is the sign of putting people on blast. Adrian said, same here, Rahbinah. I can tell too. It's a gift and a curse. Yes, it is. Scorpio Forever said, damn, I hate looking people in the eyes. Damn, I talk to people and look away. Scorpios have that gift too. Scorpio has the gift of discernment, but more so discernment, Scorpio's perception. So Scorpio will perceive things about people and they'll be right a lot of times. And that perceiving is more on a psychological feeling level. The discernment is more on an intuitive level. But they're kind of similar in some ways. So if you got a combination of Sagittarius and Scorpio energy, oh, you're going to be a beast when it comes to reading people. You're going to be able to see right through people. Now, the problem is a lot of times we've been taught to give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt, especially people in positions of power. So even though you might have this discernment, you might shrug it off and be like, oh, that person's not like that. Oh, nah, he wouldn't do that and stuff until it happens. And then you're like, damn, I should have trusted my intuition. Damn, I should have listened to myself. And Sag, like no other, will give people the benefit of the doubt. And that's where we go wrong. Oh, I got to pull Biden's chart, Sarah. Yup, my Bills is Scorpio rising. So you really got that gift strong. Tyreek said, but I'm bad at reading eyes on sight like that. Adrian said, you know my chart, Rahbinah. I have heavy Scorpio and Sag. Yes, you got that gift too. You got the gift of sight. Now, the interesting thing, let's talk about Leo real quick because it's Leo season. What I found about Leo, and I find this to be real cool about Leo, and this is true if you got your sun in the 12th house too. So if you got Leo in the 12th, where are all my Leos at? Happy birthday, Leos, while we're at it. And I can't be on here long, I promise. I'm going to have to close out in 20 minutes. Hopefully I'll have time to pull Biden's chart. Where are all my Leos at tonight? Where are my Leos at? Where's all my Leos? Oh my God. Don't y'all want to shine? Okay, Tara's Leo rising. Bobby got Sun in the 12th. North Node in Leo. Okay. Where all my Leos at? Happy birthday. New Move said, I have Leo in part of fortune, 10 degrees. Jessica B. Leos. Ron's Roberts, Leo July. Hey, okay. So, if you have Leo in your 12th house, that's like sleeping with the light on, if you get what I'm saying. Meaning, you're going to have some very vivid dreams. That's like the sun is shining while you're sleeping and it's just shining a light on what's going on in your dreams. And it makes it very easy to remember them in vivid detail when you wake up. So that's true when you got your sun in the 12th house, Leo in the 12th house, and especially if you have your sun in Leo in the 12th house. Oh, the dreams you have is going to be like a movie. Like you're going to see shit clearly and it's going to be playing like a damn movie. I wish I had that ability. See, my sun is in the 11th house. But yeah, so I've noticed that which is pretty cool in my view. New Mood said, I wish I had that. Okay, so y'all get what I'm saying about this Mars. That was like, again, that's all I need to see. So she got two asteroids dealing with some very questionable things involving children. So, woo, this woman is something else. That's all I'm going to say. Now, let's look at Biden. So, where is Astro Theme? I wonder if she's had sex with Joe Biden. Joe Biden looked like he smelled like mothballs mixed with a little Bengay. Y'all remember Bengay? Your dad would pick up the Bengay and y'all would like chuckle, you would giggle and shit. You'd be like, Bengay. Know what I used to love the smell of? This is going way back. So all my old heads, some of y'all I know you know. Adrian, I know you gonna know what I'm talking about. I used to love the smell of that Absorbine Junior. Y'all know what I'm talking about? My dad would get that Absorbine Junior for like your cuts and scrapes. Ooh, I used to love the smell of that shit. Oh yeah, now it's Aspercreme. Do I have Aspercreme? I got one of those things. I got one of those things for your sore muscles. I don't think it's I think it is Aspercreme. Adrian, you like the smell of Absorbing Junior? That's the shit. You know what? I might buy if I find some in the store tomorrow. I might just buy some just so I can relive that memory. That's what I had, Latasha. I got icy hot, not Aspercreme. Cause sometimes my neck be getting sore and I gotta put that icy hot on there, but it stinks. Oh, I remember Bactine too. I like the Bactine, yeah. That was the shit. Scorpio Forever said you knew an old person was around with that shit, right? Biden, he up in age where it's like when you sitting across from him at the dinner table, you see that little drop of spit that's just hanging down and it don't ever fall on the plate. Y'all know what I'm talking about with them old ass men. You be wanting to get a napkin so bad. And then their bottom lip be trembling and shit. And then you be watching them intently when they trying to eat slurp some soup. That spoon be all. Let me stop. I'm wrong talking about old people, but we talking about Biden. Okay, let me stop. Okay, November 20. Oh, they're two 20s. Look at that. So Joe Biden is a 22, not a 22. He's a 20 as well. Look at that. Scorpio. So somebody did say he's a Scorpio. And his sun is at the 27th degree as well. Look at this. They are two peas in a pod. Maybe they did have sex. Scranton, PA. And do they have his birth time? 8:30 a.m. All right, let's get it on. Let's get it on. Remember that Mike Tyson punch out back in the day? No, again, this is for my old heads. That's going way, way back in the day. This was like 87 Mike Tyson punch out. And they had that referee. And then wouldn't he be like, let's get it on? All right, let's see. So let me pull this. Hey, Bobby. I love you too. At least somebody loves you. Somebody loves you, baby. Whoa, somebody loves you, baby. And you know who it is. All right. So he was born in 1942. I must have rehearsed my lines 1,000 times until I had them memorized. But when I get up the nerve to tell you the word, just never seem to come out right. I love me some Patty. All right, let's see. So he got a nasty I was about to say skeleum. You might as well say skeleum. Short for that's a combination of skeleton and stellium. He got nasty Scorpio stellium with Mars at the 12th degree of Scorpio. That 12th degree is victim sacrifice. Hey Kia, what's up? He got Mercury at the 21st degree of Scorpio, Sun at the 27th degree of Scorpio, and Venus at the 28th degree of Scorpio. That 28 is the children. That's him smelling the children. That's him inhaling those children. He has, ooh, he's a pervert. He has his south node at the 29th degree of Aquarius, squaring Uranus. Oh, he's a big time pervert. He has Venus opposition Uranus. No wonder why he's smelling those kids, mainly these young girls. He has Moon, Quincunx, Neptune, Lord have mercy. That right there, he just basically treats women as Barbie dolls or like just sex objects, playthings, and he could have some sick, twisted fantasies involving women, especially maybe like because his moon is in Taurus. So that could deal with where he has even like fantasies of consuming women, like he's some cannibal or something. I wouldn't be surprised. And it makes sense. Remember that moon in Taurus, again, that's pointing to him sniffing those girls and stuff and being all. He's a very sensual man and in a very twisted way. Interesting. He can't control it. It's addictive to him. He's a panty sniffer. That's what he is. He's a panty sniffer. So here's the panty sniffer aspect. Moon, quincunx, Neptune, namely because his moon is in Taurus. So that right there is like he'll raid a woman's hamper. And I'm not talking about her underwear drawer. I'm talking about with the underwear drawer with the lace, like the tissue paper in there and the sachet and stuff. You got your lingerie all nicely folded and shit. I'm talking about he's diving into the hamper and he's getting the drawers, with the 2 week old or the 1 week old, crust on there from the like discharge and all that type of stuff. And maybe he's digging in there for some male draws too. And we talk about some real twisted people now. All right. His North Node is conjoined to Chiron and Leo. Okay, that Leo energy. Chiron can deal with wounds inflicted upon children. And with that Chiron conjoined to the North Node, there's something abnormal about him with children. He has a grand cross in his chart involving the nodes. I don't like that at all. I don't like that shit. He got Moon square Pluto. That moon square Pluto is a corruptible aspect. Pluto is in Leo. Again, the whole children thing, that can point to him again being obsessed with children, sniffing them. He got Jupiter in Cancer. That's questionable. With Sagittarius rising, that points to his political career. But again, when you see that Sagittarius energy, there could be some trafficking going on, especially. Oh, his Jupiter is actually in sesqui square with Juno in Sagittarius. When you see that combination with Jupiter in Cancer, Sagittarius being connected with that, that can deal with where you're doing the trafficking involving other countries. Damn, I have to get up and put my soda in the freezer because it got to be right by the time I get done this because I'm spilling the tea. Okay. Let's see if he has any very questionable asteroids. Oh, Lord, oh, God. What did I tell y'all? He has Hebe. His ascendant is running parallel to Hebe. Oh, my God. He's in it, too. I'm going to try to find a picture where he's sniffing a kid. So he has the child predator asteroid as well. And remember, his ascendant is in Sagittarius. You'd be so no. He don't sit and sniff. He was sniffing seats too. Ascendant in Sagittarius. Remember, I said that Sagittarius is where we get the trafficking part from, and then if his ascendant is parallel, Hebe, that's like child trafficking. Hello, yes, they all got these connections. Now what was I about to look up? It was something I was. Oh, I'm trying to find a picture of him sniffing a kid. So let me see, Joe Biden sniffing child or something. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find. Okay, that was weird. Now that don't even. Oh, here's a good one. This is a perfect example, y'all. Wait till y'all see this shit. And remember, I said kids from other countries. Just check this out, y'all. Cause some of y'all, I don't think some of y'all. I think some of y'all think I'm a little like, you know, making this a little outlandish. But no, again, you can't trust these people that are up at the top, whether they're in Hollywood, the music industry, politics, it's all the same. So remember I talked about the aspects with him smelling kids. And this is the man y'all want to be the next president? I'm sorry, I'm kind of hyped tonight. But I'm kind of like, I want y'all to kind of really see shit for what it is instead of what they're trying to tell you it is. This is the man that people think should be the next president. Just wait for it. Damn, this shit take a while. All right, here it comes. So y'all must be able to see it before I can see it. Yeah, y'all can. So it must be slow on my end. This is what I'm talking about. And this is going to be the leader of the United States. And they were talking like trash about Trump. But this is going to be his successor? Really? Oh, and there's more pictures too. But that's dealing with his moon square Pluto. Remember, his moon is in Taurus. Taurus is a very sensual sign. Taurus, it does, some Taurus people do have this fixation on smells. Both hands over his ears. Some of these parents are in on it, Mega Man. That's why she's smiling. She probably gave her daughter to Biden. So when I tell you that these people are mixed up into this Pizzagate child trafficking shit, yeah, you can see it in the chart, but the evidence is clear in pictures. It didn't take me long to find this shit. And you mean to tell me people are going to vote for this guy? You can't see what's going on here? Since when is this shit appropriate? Especially a person that's a public figure. To me, I mean, if anything, maybe I could see a father doing that with his daughter. But even then, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, come on. Amore Ray said they are looking forward to getting that adrenochrome. That's exactly what it is. Mega Man said, what's up with these Asians laughing? Because they're in on it. Latasha said they might just be kids dressed up. They may not know these babies. I'm disgusted. That is true. You got a point, Latasha. See, Latasha, she's a Sag too. She got the gift of discernment. You got a point. Yeah, creepy Joe Biden. But people are going to vote for this man simply because they don't want Trump in office anymore. And I'm trying to tell you, both Trump and this dude, they're basically evil. They're cut from the same cloth. They don't put people in power unless they got dirt on these people. And again, his ascendant is running parallel to Hebe. You can't make this shit up. Hebe is an indicator for child predators. Oh my God, I love you, Tritonic. Yes. I love you for saying that because I was thinking the same. Yo, me and you, we are here because I was thinking the same thing about the Asian dude in Rosemary's Baby. They always make sure they have the Asians They were in another movie too, dealing with like satanic shit, where they had an Asian couple or an Asian man, but they basically let you know that they got like that. There's people all over the world that are in these satanic witch covens. So really, what we're looking at, there's different covens all throughout the world, and they all serve the same beast, but they have different factions. Some are in politics, some are in the music industry, some are in Hollywood, but it's basically high level witchcraft. And in high level witchcraft, anything goes in terms of being able to use the ends to justify the means. So, for instance, if that means that you have to sacrifice a child in order to make something happen in your favor, that's what they'll do. Thank you, Jessica B, for your second donation. You said, I have another question. I thought Jupiter in Cancer was good because it was exalted. Yes, it is exalted, but just because a planet is exalted in a sign does not mean that it's not going to produce any problems, especially if that Jupiter is afflicted. And especially, like I be saying this to my students, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, but once you put the human factor into it, I was saying you can have a perfect system and humans will come along and fuck it up. So just because you got Jupiter in Cancer, don't get too much on your high horse, because if it's afflicted or if it's in a house that's not really conducive to Jupiter or Cancer, then you could still have a lot of problems with that Jupiter. It don't matter if it's exalted at that point. So again, you could have a perfect system. It's like the classic story of the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve, where they had everything they could possibly want. They didn't want for nothing. And God just gave them one command: don't eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay, how hard is that? Boom, they made a mistake. So they took something that was perfect and corrupted it just like that. That's how human nature is. So just because you got a planet that's exalted does not mean that it's not going to cause you problems. Now, you also asked, is Mercury in Leo a smart placement? No. Let me stop. Actually, Mercury is in the fall when in Leo. So there's several reasons for that. So it can be a very creative placement. It's great for creative writing. It's great for coming up with creative schemes, ideas. It's great for being even a public speaker, things like that. It's great for being an entertainer in some cases, especially where communication comes in. It's good for being a teacher of children. Now, the reason why Mercury's in the fall is because Mercury and Leo is in the fall is because Leo deals with the ego, and Mercury needs an open mind really to function as it should. And the ego can cloud the person's rational mind, their conscious mind, to the point where they really don't like accepting criticism, no matter how constructive it is. Number one. Also, Leo could be rather naive, and that could be a problem as well. And Leo can be rather domineering. So the person may use their intellect to dominate others. So that could be problematic as well. So keep that in mind. Yes, new move. Yes. Preach. Hey, Karmic Life. Karmic Life got that Sagittarius Sun, Scorpio Moon. That's right. She got the gift of discernment. Who's fucking Doug? I heard about that. That's the hometown that he was a great contributor to the tell me what's that about? Cause I do I've heard of that. Place a Starbucks and the agents will come. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Where do you see Starbucks? All right, I'm about to get off this. Let me look at Biden's chart a little bit more. I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow too, but it depends on how much work I could get done. But yeah, because I got more for y'all. We're going to get deeper into this political situation. We're going to have a look at Donald Trump's chart because he got some challenging transits ahead. I also want to get into Leo season since it's Leo season. And there was some other hot topics I wanted to get into too, but I can't think of them right now. But yeah, Biden is a creep. You can see it in his chart. Let's be real. He has that Scorpio stellium in the 12th house. So that could deal with sexual secrets, secret sexual proclivities, him crossing the line, crossing boundaries with people, including children, because that sun is in the first house. And that sun could join to Mercury in Scorpio. I mean, not Mercury. That sun could join to Venus in Scorpio. Venus at the 28th degree. That is him sniffing those children. So you could see him sniffing children in various areas of his chart. This is a maniacal dude. Like, he can't control himself. No, I'm going to say he can. I'm not going to give him that credit. But he's very compulsive. I'll say that with that moon square Pluto. He also has Mars parallel series. That means like he'll go directly to the mother and say, I want your child tonight, or some crazy shit like that. And trust and believe, there are some wicked women out there that would, give their child up, that would sacrifice their child. Damn. And Ceres is in Pisces at the 20th degree. That's like a woman that's giving her child up for sacrifice. Oh, that's wow. That's wow. Okay. And that can also deal with, mm, that's okay. That's wow. He also has, let's see, he has Chiron conjoined to Atlantis. So that could deal with where he's really paranoid when he's in the act of doing something with a child. He has Bacchus opposition Saturn. So that could deal with where he's involved with orgies and stuff, and that's part of the trafficking, because Bacchus is in at the 10th degree of Sagittarius. That 10th degree reinforces the trafficking. Bacchus is conjoined to Juno. That's him having sex parties, orgies, and where he probably is one of the head guys that orchestrates all that. That's why he has been chosen to be the next president. His Juno is opposed to Saturn. Let's see. He got Sappho conjoined to Chiron. Oh, wow. So that could deal with where he not just has attraction to children, but some of those children are same sex, so males, or that could just deal with where he's engaged in gay sex before, all that, maybe sexual rituals, that eyes wide shut type of stuff. He has Mars contra parallel Siwa. I don't even want to think about that. That's crazy. Because I know what that could possibly deal with. That Mars contra parallel Siwa, if you really want to get dark with it, that could perhaps, on the real dark end, deal with where he pays a woman to have a child for him so he could do what he wants with that child. Trust and believe, some of these top child predators would do things like that. They call them, like, what do they call that? Baby farms? Where they will have women that, they'll have children for the cause. Oh, here's my Cash App, OG. There are, and again, this is part of that witch coven. You will have some of these witches that will sacrifice their own children. And they did this going back to the Bible days. Let's be real. In the Bible days, these mothers or these parents, they would sacrifice their children to Moloch, which was this demonic god. They do that even today. This stuff has never gone away. So these people up at the top, yeah, they still carry on those traditions, and those traditions are largely Jewish. Excuse me, anybody that's Jewish in here. I'm not really talking about, modern day Jews, but I'm talking about them Jews from the Bible. They were some of the main people that was committing that child sacrifice. And it's funny because you have a preponderance of that ethnicity in the legal field, in Hollywood, in the music industry, and in politics. Scorpio Forever said we got a lot to talk about. This world is being exposed this year. And with Sagittarius South Node, you're going to see a lot of politicians being exposed. The truth is going to be coming out about a lot of people. So get ready. It's going to be a wild ride. And Donald Trump is going to be experiencing his nodal return later on this year. Baby Blue said, Raj said the same thing about Kamala's husband earlier. Yup. Mr. Tamara said there is a book called Child Eaters. It's a good book. Wow. Paige said she is woke and knows so much. I'm glad I found this channel. Oh, thank you, Paige. Thank you so much. I don't have no choice to be woke. And it's like once you're woke, you can't go back. You gotta just be about the truth. And it can be a lonely path for a lot of people. because a lot of people still got their head in the sand. They still believe that, everybody is on the up and up, and people are innocent, and people have our best interest at heart. It ain't going down like that. There's this saying by Lord Acton. He said, "Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely." And that's what these people up at the top, they're striving for absolute power. And in order to get that absolute power, they already have to be corrupt, because the system up at the top is corrupt. So it's only going to attract corrupt people. But you know what the blessing is in all this? And I've always been taught this ever since I was a kid. Number one, a house divided will not stand. Number one. But number two, when you got a bunch of devils together, a lot of times that shit's going to fall apart, because there'll be a lot of infighting amongst each other, which is why you are always seeing these scandals and stuff and murders and all that type of stuff, because really there's no loyalty when you really get down to it. All of these people are sociopaths or psychopaths, and when you're dealing with a sociopath, psychopath, they may act like they're loyal, but deep down inside they're all out for self at the end of the day. So basically everybody at the top is a mark at the end of the day, unless you're at the top. So it's like these people always got to follow orders. Oh yeah, I wanted to get into Jaguar right, but we're gonna do that tomorrow night. So I'm gonna really try to make sure I have time to go live tomorrow night, because I was looking at Jaguar Wright's chart and I was cracking up, because she seems like she brought all this shit on herself with her Aries self. Okay, I'm not gonna say she brought it on herself. Let me stop. I'm getting ahead of myself. But I'll say she looks like she's the type that will dredge up old beefs just because she got some chip on her shoulder that she's been carrying forever. And because I guess she's irrelevant and maybe she needs some money or something like that, she's trying to, put people on blast. But I'm not buying it fully. And she seemed very unhinged. But we're going to get into that this weekend. But I'm about to get out of here. So if anybody would like a reading, you could go to my website. Here's my website. If you want to make a donation. OG, did you send a question? I don't know if you sent me a cash app, but I'm gonna send you my email in case you did. So in case you want to donate to the cause, here you go. And then that was something else. Here's my email. But yeah, I got a little fired up. But that's why I wanted to read this in real time. Moonlit Orange said, "You ain't coming back." Actually, I did better this time, didn't I? Because I've only been going like maybe a week. But yeah, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, but I got a little fired up. That's why I wanted to look at their charts in real time for the first time, so y'all would see my reaction. So I'm glad that y'all got to see my initial reaction to the both of their charts, and it was very organic. So good night, everybody. Thank you for joining the live. I can't believe it's so many people in here as late as it is. I'm going to get back to work. But again, if you like a reading, I already posted my website. So scroll up and you'll find it. Peace, many bless. Wait a minute. Queen has said, "Is the ether almost over?" Man, they just getting started with this stuff. Have you seen what they're doing in Australia? It's insane. But don't get me started, because I got to go. But anyway, peace, many blessings. Love y'all. Night, night.